So my next exercise I'm going to explain to you is called the hip lift, hip extension, bridge pose in yoga. And I like to do this exercise on a mat with two of my favorite preps, yoga block and a bender ball. And I'll tell you how you can get these later. We're going to start here lying down on our back. Just like when you were standing, alignment is everything on the mat. This is where the props come in to be very handy. So a couple things we'll talk about. Be very aware of all four corners of your feet. Notice your chin. Typically, I see it all the time. The chin's lifting, the shoulders are shrugging. This is just because we live like this in our body so much. So we're going to correct some of that. The first thing to correct it is just take your hands behind your head. I'm going to take my hairband out. And you're going to just slide your hands up so it's like you're just combing your hair up to stretch your neck. And then you've got that nice lengthened cervical spine. I call these gunslinger hands. You're going to press down to tuck your shoulder blades under, and you feel the collarbones separating. Now I use the yoga block between my knees, so you can march your feet in not too close, but not too far away, a really comfortable distance for your knee joint, and press the block between your thigh bones. Okay? The bender ball goes underneath your tailbone. Now, if you don't have a bender ball or a block, find some props at home that will work for you. Maybe it's some big pillows that you can have as a guide, or a phone book, or some kind of book. Does anyone have phone books anymore? That's a good question. So you tuck under, and there's your alignment. Eyes gazing in the horizon over your knees, not at the sky. Shoulder blades tucked, anchored into the hips, into the ball. Breathe in through your nose, and on the exhale, press up. Do this several times to start feeling the glutes engage. Feel the hip points. Remember I talked about these as headlights, pressing up to the sky. Once you feel comfortable with that, you can start adding some articulation of the spine. And what that means is you lift up on the exhale, remove the ball, inhale, and roll down all the way through your spine until you're neutral. Inhale here, and on the exhale, I'm going to move my hand out of the way so you can see. And on the exhale, you're going to roll up, pressing through each part of your spine, lifting the hips up so the hip points reach to the knees reach to the toes. Stay lifted, inhale, and exhale, roll down through your spine. I can feel my inner thighs quivering a little bit holding that block. Now, I'm going to add on. I'm going to keep building on from here. Ball under, right under the tailbone. Tuck the shoulders, realign. Press into the back of your hands so that your shoulder blades are anchored. And on the exhale, lift the hips up. Now, I want you to lift a little more by pressing into your feet to lift higher. I'm moving my hand to show you. I want that ball. I want there to be space between the ball and your hips. So that's how high you want to lift. Adding on from here, we're going to keep the hips lifted and kick out the right leg anywhere between 5 to 8 reps, staying off the ball. Take a break, rest into the ball. The next level from here, start by lifting the hips up higher than the ball. I'm going to move my hands out of the way so you can see. I'm anchoring to my shoulder blades, and you press the right leg up, push into the right foot, the left, press into the left foot. You'll do right and left several rounds until you can't take it, which will probably be about 5 to 10 reps, and then lower down. Any pain, any discomfort, stop the exercise, right? We already have agreed on that. So when you're done with your reps, just lift the hips and then roll down through the spine. Remove the block, hug the knees to the chest to give a little stretch in the back, and then roll to the side to roll yourself up. Now I just want to point out a couple things here. if you start feeling your hamstrings Charlie horse or spasm, you know, of course hydration is important, or maybe some mineral imbalances, but a lot of times it's really because your hamstrings are trying to do the work because your glutes are too weak. So this is a great way to firm up, strengthen your glutes. Actually, it does work your hamstrings as well, and you're moving through your core as I rolled up and down while keeping the chest open. So that's your hip lift or hip extension or bridge, whatever you want to call it, done with optimal alignment, very mindful movement, and it's all about the quality there. If you're interested in the bender ball or the yoga blocks, email me at livefittoday@me.com and I'll hook you up with that. And that's it for this exercise. I hope you enjoyed it.